getting a little bit of an early start because I've got things to do at certain times today, and I am not the one to keep people waiting. So, in keeping with the fact that I'm doing both action-adventure games and games that I have not beaten as a kid that I tried desperately to beat, we're gonna be doing Blaster Master Blasting again. This is not a great choice, by any stretch of the imagination, but I found this game incredibly fascinating back in the day, and I would like to make something of it, so I'm absolutely going to give it a shot. Of note, it is going to be a bit of a shorter stream today, part because I'm fucking tired, and part because I have a deadline time-wise today. I have about probably a little bit before 5 o'clock today. Which, since it's 1 o'clock now, that means maximum 4 hours today. That basically covers the vital intro bits here, so we'll get this rolling in just a moment here. Let Roddy just kick the screen again.
When my father was alive, he told me a story about alien beings that invaded and inhabited the ground beneath the earth. They were lightning beings, mechanical aliens that were building a nest deep under the ground. With their great power, they caused upheavals in the earth, threatening humanity. My father, in his combat vehicle, Sophia III, was the brave one who defeated the Plutonium boss, but his bravery cost him, and my father succumbed to death. In combat, he fell into the enemy's trap. My mother died of an illness when I was 9, so my sister Elfie and I had to survive, without relying on anyone but ourselves. We didn't know it then, but it was only a matter of time before another nightmare would be upon us. Check complete. Sis, navigation is in your hands.
Okay, leave it to me. How's Sophia today?
Great. You did a good job as always, Elfie.
Good. It's only reconnaissance again. No nonsense. Okay, Roddy?
I know, Elfie. So, shall we start?
So, the Earth's in real bad shape still. The Lightning Beasts from Blaster Master 1 really did a number on everything. And they're still here. And that's going to be our problem now. In the newly rebuilt Sophia 7? A rebuilt version of the Sophia from the first Blaster Master, because this is apparently intended to be a direct sequel with some bits taken from a novelization of the series. Got it. I'm supposed to go that way. It's gonna take me a minute to remember how to control the Sophia, so just bear with me. That is gun shooting. The side dashes are gonna be vitally important in keeping us alive. Because from what I remember of this game, it does not have any chill at all. It wants you dead, and it lets you know that. It's also a bit of a weird transition for Blaster Master to go to 3D, considering it is, in all other incarnations, been a two-dimensional series. But funny thing, this was actually the first Blaster Master I played. Because I never had the first one. But as in any Blaster Master, you can get out of the tank, walk around like a fool. Don't recommend doing that unless you absolutely have to. Really will not end well for you. I think this is the way we need to go. You don't really have an indication of where you are in the room you're in. You just know what room you're in. Those spawners, you want those gone as quick as you can. I don't think I've got any, like, means of angling. Oh yeah, we do have a special shot of some kind. I don't even know what that actually is meant to do. Even when I was playing before, I don't remember what it did. It just kind of exists. There we go. This, I believe, is a save point. Also will heal you. Yeah. There we go. This way we don't have to go through the intro again. There we go. It is going to take a bit of time for it to save, because, you know, PS1 game, not exactly known for fast times. What do you want? Energy source. Mark on them. Okay. Also, as good as this track is, get used to hearing it. We're going to be hearing a lot of it. Can't go in there yet because we have to find a way to activate that door. As always, if something's funky with the audio balance, let me know. You will notice that my mic audio is a little lower than it has been before. That's because I'm making a few more adjustments to how I have it going through everything. Just because I was realizing when I was getting agitated, it was getting a little rough. So I've lowered myself a little bit to keep it a little more even and reasonable throughout. The lows may be a little low right now, but it's a work in progress. But as my voice is getting a little clearer and more confident, I don't think I need to have my mic as high anymore. Gotcha. Bastard. These planes are the worst. Because they're such a pain to catch as they're just rotating around you. What do you want? Place traps, keep you from turning. Yeah, I know. You shoot those, they activate bridges and switches and things like that. You want to shoot those on sight. You can use the side dodge to adjust your jump path, either by actually going to the side or by extending your jump a little bit. this is the other kind of switch. You sit here and charge this up, and that will typically open doors. Specifically, getting rid of gates like that. As you can see, there's a few different ones we have to find in order to open that right now. Right now, our gun is kind of sad. We'll get better things as we go. For now, it gets the job done. I seem to recall that I've also got some kind of crazy explosion I can do, but that's really just an emergency move. You don't really want to use that unless you have to. I think it's a son of a bitch to charge, if I remember right. It has been too long. Want that. But I think we can't get that in our current condition. Because for all that this is a rebuild of the Sophia from the first game, it really doesn't have that many more capabilities currently than the Sophia from the original Blaster Master. You jump, you shoot, you roll around as a tank. It's about all you got. The big thing it's gained is the side dodging, which it theoretically might have had that capability, we just never could use it because it was side-scrolling. Even with jumping inside, dodging towards that, you can't really get up there. Oh, hello, water. Oh, I seem to recall you had to get the ability to go in water in the first game, so at least we start with that. This game has an easy, normal, and hard setting. I have it on normal because that's what I remember playing it at. And it's, of course, the default setting. Unless I know a game is absolutely monstrous, I don't tend to lower it, and I don't tend to have the patience to raise it, so we tend to just ride down the middle here. It should give me enough room to fuck around a bit, but also keep things interesting by making sure I'm actually threatened. What do you want? Kill thing, open gate. Got it. That's the end of him. Now you'll note that that weird blue and red shot I'm doing is taking the SP gauge we have down there. That's because that's currently the only special weapon we've got. But anything other than our main shot will, of course, take that SP gauge. And the LP above it, as you might assume, is health. As to what all the pickups do, I'm not entirely certain. I just kind of grab them and pray at me for the most part. Okay, V-Power seems to give back a decent amount of the SP gauge. We know that much now. Also, don't be surprised if I fall off ledges a lot, because the driving for the Sophia is a little squirrely, because PS1 game, not really the best steering yet. So, sometimes things will happen, and I'll just fly off a cliff. We'll work through it. Another thing to note is I do have it upscaled a little bit, just like I did with Alundra. because literally it's running on the same settings Alundra was, so... For those wondering that know this and see it being a little sharper than you remember, that's why. It cuts some of the haze off of it. Not that this looks that different to my eyes, but my eyes apparently are typically wrong about this kind of thing, so take that as you will. Yeah, there's the gate we're trying to get into. But until we hit all of the buttons to open all the lasers there, we can't actually get in there. I believe if we try, it'll actually hurt us, but not that interested in finding out at the minute. Really wouldn't amount to anything for us. Bang, 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 bang. Use that moving platform to get up there, and I think that's another one of the switches up there. We'll find out when we get there. Yep. Yep. Now we just gotta find the one that's connected to the green, and that will open the door. And then in we can go. But of course, as you can tell from the size of that door, only our human body can get in there. And that'll bring us to the other game type this game has, just like the rest of the Blaster Masters. They're on foot sections. And I believe, yep. They hid one right down here. That should be the last gate. Now we can get in there and go see what's hiding inside there. Oh boy. We'll address that in a moment when people can hear me. Hey Zeno, thank you for raiding in. How was the stream? I know you played a bunch of different things today, because I saw it click by a couple times. I just had my hands full getting an early start today. I got it. Okay. Break Hollow's a good game. Even if it can get annoying at times trying to keep up with everything with that. Alright. Ah, I take it the servers for Tower Fantasy were down. But either way, welcome in everybody coming over from Xeno. Most of you probably know me by now. But you probably don't know this. This is Blaster Master Blasting Again. A 3D sequel to the first Blaster Master, more or less. That's the short version, but it basically covers the important point. Going the right way? No, I'm going the wrong way for getting to where I wanted to go. Hi, Bug. Oh, right, it was just in that other door. It wasn't back here. Right, okay. 'Cause I need to go through this section over here again to get up top to go across. But either way, welcome in all the people from over on Xeno's side. Gotta come with this, falling down the hole. As I was telling people when I started this off, today is going to be a little bit shorter than usual. I have a deadline in terms of when I'm ending off today, and that'll be about 5 o'clock my time, so over in Europe it'll be more like 11. More than likely a lot of people will be already getting ready to go to bed by the time I'm closing up the day anyway. That really won't be a problem, I don't think. And now we take a turn here, and that'll be the room I want to be in. At least if I'm reading the map right. Which I'm not. But I think this door will lead us there. It'll work out either way. This map's a little weird, so it gets a little funky to read at times. Huh. So we know we just came in from here, which means we want that door here. Which means it should be that door right across from me at the moment. I'm using the mouse, of course, to indicate so you guys can see what I mean. Yeah, we were in the right room, I just took a turn out of it too quickly. There we go. Gate in question should be past these bugs. Now, as usual for Blaster Master, you gotta get out. As Elfie's telling us here. And that is an important thing to note. She can teleport us back to the tank as needed. Yes, I'm aware. I had a bug to fight.
Roddy? Roddy?
Now, I don't remember if this game has the same situation as most of the other Blaster Masters where taking damage makes your gun weaker as well as hurting you. We'll find that out when I finally get a gun power-up. Can't go that way. Elfie's yelling at me. Get used to hearing that calm sound go off a lot, because she will tell you, like, everything. And as useful as it is, it's kind of annoying after a bit. There we go, now our gun is stronger. And yep, taking damage weakens our gun. Okay. That's our special in this form. We bounce around the room like a crazy person. Gotta wipe enemies out in order to open the gate. We do have a side dodge in this form as well. I should be using it, but I haven't been. These tiny flyers are also just a nightmare to deal with anyway. Because as you might have gathered, I can't aim and shoot. I have to move in the direction I'm shooting. Well, I don't have to move, but I have to move myself to face that way to shoot. There's not like a stand in place and 360 spin consistently function that I've been able to find anyway. Yeah, there was no avoiding that much. Come on now. Over we go. Got that. Need to deal with this. But I think we currently can't. Oh wait, there it goes. Just took a bit. Wasn't getting the best indicator of whether it was doing anything. Yeah, that starts lowering the gate on that doorway there. Looked like it lowered the whole thing. I thought there was 2 of these. Well, that might be different stages. Of note, if I'm remembering right, I've only done 2 of the walking stages in this game when I played this before, because I did not get particularly far. Not because it was hard, but because I just could not make head or tail of what the hell I was doing. I'm already making much better progress than I did as a kid, because I actually have half an idea what the hell I'm looking at. Now, more than likely, if this is abiding by typical Blaster Master, there's going to be a boss at the end of this area. And I'm gonna want to get a better gun before that. But the rate this is going, better gun doesn't seem too likely to happen. Okay. The brave play worked out. In fact, this looks important. Ah. That's for that area door over there. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was one of the Sophia upgrades we can get, or if that was a key. Turns out it's a key. Now, these 2 got thrust into this role of piloting the Sophia and everything at kind of an early age without that much training. So they don't really know too much about what they're doing. So if the way they're reacting to some of the stuff doesn't make any sense, that's kind of why. Because their parents were the original au pair handling this situation, and they both died. So they ended up picking up the mantle of trying to stop the lightning beasts when they came back. Lightning beast being a bit of a dumb name, but you know, that's just what these creatures are collectively called for some reason. I did not mean to screen transition there, but here we go. I do not want to be in the flying creature room with my gun upgraded. Yeah, there we go. And it's gone. Because these controls are just not playing ball with me yet. We're working on it. This seems like a room I want to be in. It's full of boxes that I can get gun upgrades out of and get all my health back. If these boxes respawn, we might just come back in and out of here a couple times to make sure we're in good shape. Okay, so this gun level is slow firing, but really high power, it seems. Oh, it's a... Grenade launcher. Okay, I understand now. Because that's the thing. My gun will turn into a bunch of different weapons as it upgrades. Oh, the top of the line is the fucking flamethrower version? Oh, no. That's not great. And don't get me wrong, it's great, but not great at the same time. I'd rather have this grenade launcher with the crazy reach. Am I going back out? I think I went out by accident. Yep, sure did. Yeah, now we can go up here. And deal with more of this on-foot section. Honestly, now that we've got our gun upgraded the way we want, I'm not even gonna fight half these guys if I don't have to. I'm just gonna get around them. Probably the best way to be able to keep my upgrades. But I'm getting the impression in here that I might have to fight. There we go, spawner down. Everything is exploding. I really gotta stop running into them when they explode, because their death explosions do hurt. Now, am I supposed to destroy this stuff? It's not looking like it. This doesn't really seem to be taking damage from my shots. So I think this was just a room to try to kill me. And they damn near succeeded. Yikes. Found something. There's the other crystal we needed. Come on. Yeah, sure, we'll get back to the tank in a minute here. I've got another room I can go check. The camera has been flipped on me again. This was not worth it. This was not worth it. If destroying everything in here does something. Nope. I think this was just an extra. Fortunately, even though she can recall us to the tank from supposedly anywhere, you cannot recall to the tank from inside one of these on-foot dungeons. You can only do that if you're walking around on the overworld on foot. At least I believe so. Yeah, because I can't do it from this menu. And she now has nothing else useful to say. Because there's just nothing to prompt her to have something to say. Once we get back outside, she'll probably have something else to tell us. your health and your tank's health are, of course, different as well. So once we get outside, we don't need to worry about our current health problems.
Roddy?
Yes, transfer me. Yep. Saves me a little bit of walking. Now we can get through the door, I believe, in order to get to that energy source that she keeps blathering on about. If not, we have a couple other paths we can take still. This high energy source, though, is actually going to be very important. We actually want to go the other way. Ouch. Ah. Okay. Looks like this... Yeah, this door is open. Okay. Save room.
Roddy? Roddy?
How am I supposed to know? Oop. I pressed jump, but I was too late on pressing jump, I think. Now we're down here. Now, as to what those letters do, I don't remember. But I think we needed to go down here because I think this will activate the bridge we missed jumping on. It might be that what we picked up isn't useful yet. That might be the other thing. And I'm not going to get into what that does if it is the thing that we can't use yet. In part because it's really not going to take us long to get the ability to use that. Just gotta climb back up this hole. And then we should be able to cross the bridge now. What's up here? Damn it. Perspective. Oh wait, we're back in this room? Oh well, fuck me. Okay. Good. Back in the right room now. If saving took a little bit less time, I'd bother to go ahead and save the fact that we went down the hole. But honestly, I think it'd be faster to go back across that passage than it would be to save. Tank platforming. Wait. That's a full heal, I think. Want that. Not missing that much health, but it's better to have all the health you can get. Hang on. Bye.
Be careful, Roddy. There's something huge just ahead.
Yeah, they fully voice act the important lines, but they don't actually do all of them. This can be our first boss. Pretty sure. Yep, it's got missile launchers, or homing lasers, or something along those lines. Now, all those health bars you see are individual segments of this creature. I'm not really going to be aiming, I'm just going to be shooting and hoping, because there's going to be a lot going on here. If I'm remembering right, staying close to it's actually a good idea, because a lot of its attacks are homing, and homing doesn't do well at close range. Wanted to angle that a little better, but it is what it is. Ow. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. That was only like 2 health on that hit. So that's okay. This attack's the one that's a problem. We need to make sure that doesn't land. If that lands, each projectile does damage, so it will tear us a new one really fast. Ack. It is so hard to aim that power shot and actually have it hit anything. Because we don't really have minute adjustment side to side. We're out of SP, so I can't use it anymore anyway. Well, back to bebopping along then. Just keep hopping, hopping, and hopping. I think we broke something. Ow! He's breaking the me, though, at the rate he's going. There we go, there's another piece. Now, I don't know if there's certain parts you need to break or if you need to deplete all of these health bars, but we're just gonna keep hitting it till it stops moving. through a bit of positioning on his part. We might die on this first round. I might have to do this again. Really depends on what pattern he continues to do. Going for the green lasers again. Okay, I was in a better spot that time. Oh shit. Okay. That's the funny thing. More often than not, it's actually better to stand still when he does the green shot, because it'll more often than not go around you, because they're expecting you to move. So it's shot with prediction in mind. But as you can see, as we're breaking pieces, it is actually losing parts of itself. Like, it only has enough cannon to fire one side of the homing lasers, and now it doesn't have that at all. I'm not sure what it's gonna do now. If it can even do anything. Nope, it's exploding. I think once it runs out of weapons, it auto-dies. So we won. Really had some concerns there, but it worked out. We got through it. Now we just ride into this giant glow here.
Roddy, are you okay?
What was that, sis? I'm fine. All systems still A-okay.
I can't believe you weren't hurt. How could you survive?
What can I say?
Lots of jumping.
Despite that I only have minimal equipment.
Listen, Roddy. Father wouldn't have argued like that.
I understand. But I would have liked to know what that was back there.
That was one of the lightning beams. I didn't realize that a lightning beam that big still existed. I feel like something else is behind this, though.
The plutonium boss, you think?
Couldn't be. But
Let's go already, sis.
well. Okay. But listen to one thing I have to say. I'm going to send Sophia's optional parts to the top level. You need to take them, okay? With those parts, you'll be much stronger. Got that?
Roger.
But Roddy, always be careful. And don't go in over your head.
Too late.
You just wait and see.
As you might imagine, we want those optional parts. You really should have kept those on Sophia the entire time. But I assume there's reasons why they weren't on. Thankfully, when they say nearby maintenance terminal, they mean the one you're literally right next to. Homing. By holding down the button, the homing system lets you lock onto one single target. Field Guard. Protective barrier that shields Sophia from enemy attacks. And Thunder. The close-range weapon that drives a large electric current through the enemy, causing destruction from within. Those are our 3 new forms. That's what those letters we were seeing were for. They charge each of these independent forms. We're gonna hang out in here, though, and heal before we do anything else. As well as saving. But now with the R and L2 buttons, I can swap between our various new forms. Make use of them. As you can see, you press the button, it starts emitting electricity until you turn it off. Homing, as it said, if you hold the button down, it'll charge up the same kind of homing attack you saw that boss using, and Field Guard spins this thing around you. I don't remember using Field Guard that much. I seem to recall thinking it was kind of useless, but I wouldn't be surprised if I was wrong about that, and that's where I ended up having as hard a time as I did. Just because I wasn't using the defenses, as is tradition for me at this point. I cannot guarantee anything on that score. Now, we're in a new area. Best we start just moving around and seeing what's where. Damn it. These very squirrely tank controls strike again. That gate back there will take us back to the area we were just in. Which we do not really have any reason to be in. Him before we cross over. Okay, now we've got like 4 different SP gauges to manage. I think he's out of range. Yeah. And I'm an idiot. No one's surprised. There we go. Now, if you line up with a target, the game will auto-aim up and down a bit for you. But it's a bit funky. So I don't recommend relying on it if you can help it. But in situations like that, you may as well use it, because you don't really have any better plays at that point. This is the door we came in from. Okay. I thought the other door was the one we came in from, so I'm glad that yellow dot is there to tell me, hey, stupid, you're going the wrong way. Oh. It's a good thing I can't drown in my tank. Otherwise things would get really complicated right now. There we go. So this gate's active now. Well, really look like we have too many other options, so let's see what's on the other side of it. Welcome to the water zone. I forgot that this area actually had a different track. I thought this was gonna be the same one still. There we go. You know, using electric attacks underwater, totally not a bad idea. Not gonna fry the whole tank in the process or anything. Not at all. Not in the slightest. Now, this is new territory. I've not actually done this section of the game much. I seem to recall stopping playing this around the point where I got here. Not because of anything I had issues with this game, just I got distracted by other games. I also did have a much harder time with that first section than I demonstrated here. And that's just a demonstration of my capacity to pay attention compared to back then. As much as anything else, really. That was real bad about skipping cutscenes and all kinds of things like that back then. So I had no idea what the fuck was going on a lot of the time, which led to a lot more problems. Right, that's what the letters with the special background like those that are cycling there means. I believe that's an extension for the SP gauge for particular form. That's why our homing has so much more energy than everything else at the moment. I think that's true. I think that's correct. I'm gonna spend most of my time in base Sophia form unless we need something else, just so I don't waste the energy of the other forms on stupid crap. It's easier to get the energy back for the original form, for the most part. Can't go that way, so there must be something back the way we came to. At least in theory. Boosh. Explodey fish. Now the problem becomes, we can't get over there either. So I guess that other door in the first room is accessible? At least I hope so, otherwise we have a real problem on our hands. Oh yeah, we probably go in the water here and go over. Uh-oh. Okay, so that bridge is for going back, not for going forward. Okay, so the moving platform will get me back over there, but that doesn't really help me, does it? Really? That's just a replacement for being able to extend the bridge. Apologies for the yawning. That's the other reason why this stream's gonna be a bit shorter, is because I'm still not sleeping great, so body's like, nah, fuck you. Okay, apparently now we can cross the lake after charging that crystal. So presumably that was attached to the other bridge, the one we couldn't get across the other place. Oh, this loops back, okay. Useful. I'm underwater. How the hell do I get out of the water? Was this shortcut just a lie? Yes, it was. This shortcut was not a shortcut at all. This was a, hey, you fucked up and fell down here. That's upsetting. That did extend that bridge. Kind of want that power up, but not badly enough to go in the water and go back around for. We can always get that when we have a better ability to deal with this place. Because I assume we'll be getting some kind of water ability in here. Okay, that's the first doorway. Take care of. There we go. solid ground and head on out of here. At the very least, we won't fall back into that pool. Instead, we'll get ready to fall into this one. Because it definitely looks like I'm falling in the water here. Whether I want to or not. Okay. This looks important. So we don't have to do all that crap again, I'm absolutely gonna save. Just checking something right quick. Bear with me 1 second. On all those. I figured since it was going to take a bit to save, I may as well check a couple of things. I can imagine. It's great news to pass around, to be sure. Ah, god damn it. Ah, fucking tank. I wish I had a dedicated brake button instead of having to rely on the stick. Slightest side deviation also makes Sophia turn. There we go. I assume those are gonna fall when I land on them. And eat. Yep. Okay. Great. This door is the more troublesome one to get to. It's probably more important. There we go. Okay, looks like I was right but wrong. I was right that this is important, but wrong that I needed to be here yet. Out of range. Okay. Let's try field guard part out and see if it actually does me any good. Yeah! We didn't get destroyed by getting hit by all of that, so I will say it probably worked. I disagree, but here we are. Oh god, the colors. The problem with landing on something like that, with the way Sophia tends to roll forward, is the fact that you have to cut your jump way earlier than you think you do. And that involves trusting the game to actually get you there. Which, as you can see, is a crapshoot to try to trust. Oh, hang on. I don't have access to the options menu on this screen. Oh, okay, never mind. Not gonna try to fiddle with that then. Not at the minute. Because there is a different camera angle in the options that I don't think I've ever used. Thought I heard something, but I think just hearing things in the game and thinking they're not in the game. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's just mean. These are panels that will break, that look like regular floor. Also, since I forgot to put a timer on this, I'm just going to hit this command by hand right now. Rep the store. Okay, now I think we can get in there. We might as well follow this path along and see where it takes us first. Okay, so there's two different gates. Okay. I was wondering why I saw one that was blue and one that was red. I thought it just happened to have blue and red like the first one. And it just was visually being weird. Ack. Ack. Like, oh hey, you landed on it, but guess what? You're gonna clip through it because you slid just too far forward and the front of it doesn't count. Ah. Now you gotta deal with the moving platform again. Okay, fine. It's fine. Oh, that platform doesn't come back. Joy. Gotta leave the screen and come back. All because the platform don't respond. Respond. Doesn't matter. the gate's still up here too. Okay, so this was a waste of my time. Good. Good. So it must be something further along in that other area we were looking at that I bailed out of, thinking it was going to be just a pain for nothing. This is what I get for looking away when it was showing me what it had moved. Ah, this one's open. Okay. So there's 3 gates. Jesus. Every time I think I've seen all the gates, it's like, oh hey, there's another one. Like, why though? Hold that thought out there, Elfie. Just hold that thought just a minute. Got a little bit of a problem here. Okay, now what do you want? For dealing with these flyers, this flamethrower is actually good. So... yeah, no, that is just how that works, okay. I thought I was gonna lose a gun level jumping down into the goo, but it looks like I can get out of it quick enough that it doesn't take really any effect. Kaboom. No more barrier. Now, while I said it was gonna be a max of like till 5 o'clock, I might end up only going for like 2.5, because I am already feeling the energy flagging. And that's not surprising when somebody gets no sleep, somebody gets no energy. It's just how that works. But I wanted to at least get something done today, so here we are. I didn't get no sleep, just not a lot. And multiple, like, 2-hour sleep nights in a row really do a number on your ability to function. This is all dead end. It's all places we've already been. Cheeky bastard. attacking me while I'm stretching my neck. Trying to wake up more. It also doesn't help that it's hot as hell still. That's a barrier. I am aware. Thank you for telling me exactly how barriers work. Okay, that is just blank. Okay. I wanted to make sure it hadn't just bugged out or something, but no. If it has bugged out, it seriously bugged out. This doesn't look like a thing I should allow to survive. Unfortunately, it looks like it's gonna be a thing I'm gonna have to allow to survive, because I cannot destroy it. Bad. Okay, that flashed green, so I think that's the green barrier we saw. Yep. Now, I was throwing around on Twitter a few ideas about different types of streams I could do, like art streams and things like that. But another idea I wanted to bring up now, since we've been beating a lot of games, is the idea of doing a stream where I just set up a bunch of short games and see how many I can actually beat in one stream. Would that be something people would watch? As kind of like a self-challenge thing. And mind you, with that intent in mind, it would be... I would tell you guys exactly what the list of things I'm planning to try to do in one go are ahead of time. And we'd see just how much of that list works out. I was hoping that the boxes were going to respawn. They didn't respawn. We're in trouble. Our health is terrible. But at least we have a flamethrower. Except apparently we somehow lost that when we transitioned screens. Interesting. only assume we got hit as we were spawning in or something. But, you know, that kind of thing's very unfortunate, but is what it is. I'm gonna try to farm these robots that are in here since they respawn. See if we can get our health back up a bit before we go any further. Because the more unknown territory we go into, the worse that situation is going to potentially get. Of course, it would help if I'd stop standing next to the things as I'm killing them. Ignoring the fact that that's the only way I can guarantee I'll hit it. And for those who watch the VOD later on YouTube, that question about would people watch something still applies to you guys too. Just, you'll be a little bit more delayed about answering that question. So the question about art streams applies here as well. While I'm not that confident in my workflow on that, it would be a nice chill day thing, I think. Honestly, my workflow in terms of that is a bit of a disaster area. So if you're expecting to be impressed or see something efficient, don't recommend that idea, because that ain't happening. I really do not like these little pink robots. They shoot a lot, and they move a lot, and they're just generally really hard to hit. And then they drop their damn health pick up in the doorway, so I gotta respawn them to fight them again. It also doesn't help that their projectile stuns me, which really is kind of rude. Oh, sweet fuck, there's just too much shit on the screen. Get it out of here. Oh, there goes all of our gun upgrades, because these spammy bastards are just the worst. It also does not help that they are durable as hell. And we're dead. I don't know what to do with those. I'm not sure where it's gonna put us. I don't know if this takes you back to a save point or if it takes you back to the entrance of an area. It's been too long. But we'll find out in a second. It takes you back to the save point. Well, great. I don't know if it loaded the save by doing that, or if it just put us back there. I don't really have any means of checking. short of driving over to a gate and hoping it's open. But man, oh man. That dungeon's gonna be rough with my current lack of any real reflex to work with. Woo, boy. Considering that's lit up again, I think we do have to do most things over. So that sucks. But on the bright side, I think literally all we're redoing is hitting this and going into the room. What? Yes, thank you. I mean, at least this time we noticed that it's the blue barrier. Instead of being like, where did that go? I don't know. Somewhere. So it is interesting that we break open the blue barrier, but there's also a blue barrier over there. That's a little weird. But in the end, we didn't actually lose much of anything, so we're fine. Just mildly annoying to have to drive back. But now we can do it, but better, potentially. Time fighting all of that. Worst of those, so that's not a problem. Break open the gate. Since we know half the rooms in this place are pointless, we can just break the gate, go down the stairs, and go back to where we were. I don't think there's like a completion percentage for these places anyway, so it really doesn't matter. And even if it did have a completion percentage, I don't know if I care. Something you gotta remember in these walking sections. I thought we broke that. Was there more than one? There might have been more than one. I would be stupid. But what I was gonna say is the thing to remember with the map in this map is upside down compared to how it tends to spawn you. flamethrower might actually be good down on that other floor, where all of those enemies are, because I can just spin and roast. What I was afraid of, that loops back. This map's weird, and I hate it. Yeah, of course, doing a full spin doesn't actually give you coverage around you. No, why would it? That would make sense. They can't process that kind of spinning. Yep, here's the other one we need to destroy. There we go. Now we can go downstairs and die again. Everything is awful. Hoping to get, like, a little bit more health or, you know, a gun upgrade, but no. This is gonna be dicey again. I could go farm upgrades, but considering we went down here with decent upgrades before and it went poorly, I don't know if it matters. And it's one of those, I know I need to focus those pink guys down, but actually managing to hit them with the way this game controls is harder than you might think. Also doesn't help that when you sometimes get hit by I don't know what. There we go. Hopefully we don't have too many rooms like that. So it looks like they understood what they did, because they gave me a room full of boxes to try to heal a bit from. More pods. Ah. Apparently that's a switch that controlled the red door. Okay. So I did all of that just to open another dungeon. Joy. I feel such joy. Fine. Good job. Okay, now we're back in decent shape. Hopefully I can make something of that, but we'll see. Door ain't locked, I ain't staying. I'm getting the hell out of here. Nope, door's not locked this time. We're out of here. Fuck it. We're out. Screw you guys, I'm going home. And by home, I mean to the red dungeon and hoping it's not awful. Probably gonna be worse. I am now wondering if I should have went in for easy mode. Especially when I keep running into laser doors like that. Don't worry, I know exactly what I'm doing. Dying. Yeah, now we need to go back across that falling platform and go across that other door. What? Yeah, sure, go ahead and transfer me 2 feet. I was debating having Roddy shoot all of these to try to get some health for him. But I doubt it would really help me that much at this point. Now, it's tempting to go get the save point before we go delving into the red dungeon. But that involves more platforming with tank, and I'm not so sure that would actually be that much of an improvement for our situation. Let's see how bad this dungeon is. Oh, I already don't like this situation. Fucking bugs. The bugs be everywhere. Well, all those power-ups are going to heaven. That's fine, we found a place to get new ones. And of course, almost all of its health while we're at max health. Thanks, game. Love it. Appreciate the move you've made there. Yay for my special ability just hitting all of the walls. Hooray. These things still suck less than the pink robots, though. These at least die. I have full everything. I shouldn't be wasting these crates right now. I'm gonna leave the rest of those for when we inevitably take damage. I'm getting smarter. Oh boy. Also, if you don't hear the call, see that red indicator right above my ALP gauge there? That'll tell you if Elfie's calling you and you can't hear her. Because you, like, have your sound low or something. Because you might have gotten tired of hearing her calling all the time, so you might have turned the sound off, just so you didn't hear it anymore. And when you see the helmet flashing is when I can do the bounce around the room thing. Oh, this was an easy dungeon, actually. Which is weird. You would think this would have been harder than the last one. Instead, it was a cakewalk. So we'll probably go mop up this other one. And that may or may not be it for today. My energy's being weird. I go from, oh god, I'm dying, tired, to, oop, I'm back in. I can do it. Well, I did gain the flamethrower back. There we go. And we lost it again. Because there's just so many projectiles flying around constantly in that mess. We're gonna want this because we're not coming back for it. Go ahead and upgrade Thunder's SP gauge because I do like the Thunder. Because, you know, it's an aggressive power and I'm an aggressive player, so that's just how that connection works. check the rest of this room now that we got rid of all the flies in here and see if there's anything else to grab. A naturally occurring gun upgrade, so that's nice. Not the most helpful, but it's nice. Unfortunately, we do have a bit of a hike ahead of us to get back to where the other dungeon is. Because, of course, I had to go over here to get to this one. And then go back to the other one. Fuck you. The best part is I can use the tank's power move and attack at the same time. You can stack up a lot of damage fast. But you, of course, have to be able to stay close to your target, at least with Thunder. Now, I might go ahead and grab the barrier one next, just to keep them even. Or I might just feed more to homing or something, and just say to hell with barrier. Which would be in keeping with how I do things. But at the same time, I don't know if that'd be a good idea. Yes, Zeno. You really do enjoy poking, don't you? Oop, that was a hole. Well, I have no idea where we are, but we're somewhere. With a strong current, apparently. Oh boy. Well, this complicates matters. This is what I get for trying to take a shortcut, I guess. Well. Come on, game. Don't be that way. Let me up. Perspective is the worst thing sometimes, because you can't tell what you're gonna reach, or in this case, what you're not gonna reach. You would think the homing would reach that, but apparently not. There we go. Get rid of those before they're a problem. Nope, don't want it that badly. Could always grab it on the way by as I fall again at some point. Dang it. Where are we? Oh, we are far away now. That is unfortunate. Okay, we're going the right way at least. Wait, no, because that doesn't actually lead up anywhere. We need to go the other way around. I remember. It's a trap. Just fucking lies. All lies. Lies, I tell you, lies! Also don't need to go up here, but well, we're here already. In some ways, this moving platform is almost safer. I don't know what the hell's making the whole world shake like this, but I'm not a fan. Need to get across this without falling in the water. As tempting as those power-ups are, it is not worth going in the water for. Still. I just don't use the optional powers enough to make the extra SP worth going all the way around for. Goddamn moving platform again. Oh. Fuck. And up. A hip hop up. Back. And a hop. Yes, yes, what? Ah, this fucking game. I managed to glitch my way back onto the platform only to fall back off the other side. Impressive. In a disappointing kind of way. There we go. Bang, 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 bang. Planes are so fucking distracting. Ah. 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 How do I get over there? Ah, I see. Okay. I just needed to not drop in the one open space in between. Ah, these fucking planes. Fuck you. let's see what's going on in this one. Presumably this will open whatever I need to get through. Oh, this looks like a save point. Fantastic. This will also be a good spot to go back to heal if things start going awry. This also will make a great stopping point when we're done with this dungeon. Because while I would love to...
Be careful, Roddy. There's something huge just ahead.
Oh, this is a boss fight. Okay. This ought to be interesting. We gotta do an on-foot boss fight this time. Yeah, much as I would love to keep going, as I've mentioned before, I just don't have the energy.
Intruder, I shall liquidate.
I don't want to be
This
liquidated.
thing can talk.
Liquidate.
Oh, we broke a piece off of it already, so that's a good start. As usual for these walking segments, having a decent gun makes these bosses nowhere near as much of a problem. You just kind of don't get hit, and then you win. Which sounds like a stupid answer, I know, but in the end, that's just what you gotta work with on that one. We splattered the hell out of him. He's the one who got liquidated. That was really just a nothing boss. Huh.
Can you see this? It's Mother's.
You're imagining things, Roddy.
No, it's the same as her pendant.
Better get out of there quickly. Enemies are approaching.
Elfie!
Concentrate on fighting, Roddy. If you don't, you'll be killed.
As you can see, the one real downside to this was the voice acting. It exists, but it's a little flat on the voice direction. Oh, we got sent somewhere else. Okay.
Roddy, are you listening?
What's this?
I finished adjusting the climbing parts, and just sent pick them up, okay?
Ooh. That'll help a lot, actually. Let's get us some climbing parts, and that'll be a good signing out point. We'll play around with it a little bit just so we can see what it does, if it does anything immediately. Oh wow, it gives us legs. Slightly weird legs. I kinda dig it though. If this moves better, it will probably be the form I spend the most time in. Ah, okay, it's specific area use. Yeah, we can't actually switch to it. Okay. That's unfortunate. We won't worry about using it right now then. We'll just go ahead and save, and that will do it for today. It's only 2 hours, and I know that's not a lot, but you do what you can. There's no sense in wrecking myself to push through this when we honestly have made good progress. We did 2 full areas today, I think. Which is already more than I've ever done with that game, so I wholeheartedly count that as a victory. Let me see who's doing what, and we'll see what we can do about heading out to see people. Looks like my original intended target ended already, which is not surprising. Like me, they tend to go a little bit shorter. Got two other choices, though. I'll flip a coin and see who I end up with. Oh, actually, hang on. We just got another going live notification. What are they doing? Okay. Nah, I'll stick with my original two choices on that one. Wildwood. Grim Harrier. Grim Harrier won the toss. Okay. Easily done. They're also playing a PS1 game, so it works out either way. So, thank you all for taking the time to be here for this short jump. Hopefully you'll be here next week when I continue this. And of course, Friday will be Portal 2 with Xeno unless things change thanks to the great news she's received. Saturday, Alundra. Sunday, the poll will be going up for that. Potentially today, I may work on setting up the poll with the extra time I'm going to have spare today, since I'm ending early. And then, of course, Monday, Tuesday, this. Monday may finish this. Tuesday may become something else. I don't know how long this actually is. I didn't look. I should have, but I didn't. But, yeah. Other than that, I don't really have anything to add. I may also put up a poll about the types of streams I was talking about before and see how people feel about that in a more detailed way as well. But yeah. Be good to them, have a good one, all that good stuff. I will see you all tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow and the day after, and I will see you all Friday. So I may see you in your various chats and in other people's streams between now and then, because I will be around. Goodbye, everybody.
6 of them.